Dear friends, a very warm welcome to Ishwar Ji's Bhandara event. With the grace of Huzur Maharaj Baba Sawan Singh Ji and our beloved Ishwar Ji, we are blessed to have this event here in Delhi. The event will be organized in 2 days, today and tomorrow. But before I announce the flow of the event, wanted to start with the fact that this day is of great significance for all of us, because Ishwar Ji left his physical body on this day, and we intend to celebrate this occasion. It is his third Bhandara. We have been hosting this event for the last 3 years, and we really ask for his blessings, his grace, and his presence as we begin this event, spanning across 2 days. It will be organized in 2 days, like I said, today and tomorrow. Few important instructions before we begin the event. This event is organized by Isha Trust. Isha Trust is a non-religious, non-profit public charitable trust. And this trust was set up, it was established with Ishwar Ji's blessings, with his grace, to carry out his seva work and great master seva work here in India. This event is going to be organized in a hybrid mode. So there is a live YouTube feed available for the Sangat who is joining us online. And then also there is Sangat who has joined us in person here in Delhi. So it's a hybrid event, both online and offline. A prior registration for this event is necessary. So in case you are attending this event personally here in Delhi, please do register yourself. So there is a registration desk right at the back, and you would see Mr. Kaushal sitting there. Please do register with your name, your email address, etc. And we wanted to assure you that the registration details here are only for the events, just for us to communicate things in the future. Any events, any Bhandaras, any mini IMRs that have happened, we typically send it to a group. So that is how we use the registration details. We don't use it for any other purpose. Please keep your mobile phones on silent mode, or please turn them off, so as the other Sangat and the other seekers are not disturbed. Please do not take any videos. Please do not shoot any photographs. There are designated sevadars who will be taking the photographs and shooting any specific videos which are required for this event and for our collection for future events as well. In case you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to the sevadar sitting at the registration desk, or myself, or Anil, or Rajesh, Vajinder, any one of us. Please do reach out. The flow of the event will be as follows. Right after these announcements, we will start with the Shabd Seva. The Shabd Seva will go on till 11 a.m. and then we'll start the celebrations. There'll be a Sevadar who'll be here, who'll be speaking about Ishwar Ji and invoke his remembrance, his memories. And then we'll break for lunch at around 12:30 or 12:45. And we'll then come back here again at 1:45 p.m. for the second session. The flow is likely to be the same today and tomorrow, but if at all there are any changes, we'll let you know. Again, a very warm welcome. ईश्वर जी के भंडारे में आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है. Thank you so much.
राग गौड़ी महला पंजवा बानी गुरु अर्जन देव जी। तुमरे काज सवारे सतगुरु, तुमरे काज सवारे, तुमरे काज सवारे सतगुरु, तुमरे काज सवारे। थिर कर बैसो हर जन प्यारे, थिर कर बैसो हर जन प्यारे, सतगुरु तुमरे काज सवारे, तुमरे काज सवारे सतगुरु, तुमरे काज सवारे। दुष्ट दूत परमेश्वर मारे, दुष्ट दूत परमेश्वर मारे, जन की पैज रखी कर तारे, जन की पैज रखी कर तारे, जन की पैज रखी कर तारे, तुमरे काज सवारे, तुमरे काज सवारे सतगुरु, तुमरे काज सवारे। बादशाह सा सब वस कर दीने, बादशाह सा सब वस कर दीने, अमृत नाम महारस पीने, अमृत नाम महारस पीने, अमृत नाम महारस पीने, तुमरे काज सवारे, तुमरे काज सवारे सतगुरु, तुमरे काज सवारे। निरपौ होए पजो भगवान, निरपौ होए पजो भगवान, साध संगत मिल कीनो दान, साध संगत मिल कीनो दान, साध संगत मिल कीनो दान, तुमरे काज सवारे, तुमरे काज सवारे सतगुरु, तुमरे काज सवारे। शरण पड़े प्रभु अंतर जामी, शरण परे प्रभु अंतर जामी, नानक ओट पकड़ी प्रभु स्वामी, नानक ओट पकड़ी प्रभु स्वामी, नानक ओट पकड़ी प्रभु स्वामी, तुमरे काज सवारे, तुमरे काज सवारे सतगुरु, तुमरे काज सवारे।
बानी मीराबाई जी। मन माने जब तार प्रभु जी, मन माने जब तार, किस विध उतरूं पार, नदिया गहरी नाव पुरानी, किस विध उतरूं उतरूं पार। मन माने जब तार प्रभु जी, मन माने जब तार, किस विध उतरूं पार। वेद पुराण बखानी महिमा, वेद पुराण बखानी महिमा, लगे ना गुण को पार, किस विध उतरूं पार। नदिया गहरी नाव पुरानी, किस विध उतरूं पार। योग याग जप तप नहीं जानू, योग याग जप तप नहीं जानू, नाम निरंतर सार, किस विध उतरूं पार। नदिया गहरी नाव पुरानी, किस विध उतरूं पार। बाट तकत हूँ कब की ठाड़ी, बाट तकत हूँ कब की ठाड़ी, त्रिभुवन पालनहार, किस विध उतरूं पार। नदिया गहरी नाव पुरानी, किस विध उतरूं पार। मीरा के प्रभु गिरधर नागर, मीरा के प्रभु गिरधर नागर, चरण कमल बलिहार, किस विध उतरूं पार। नदिया गहरी नाव पुरानी, किस विध उतरूं पार, किस विध उतरूं पार।
राग बिलावल महला पंजवा। मान करूं तुझे ऊपर मेरे प्रीतम प्यारे, मेरे प्रीतम प्यारे, हम अपराधी सद भूलते तुम बख्शन हारे, मेरे प्रीतम प्यारे, मान करूं। राखो अपनी शरण प्रभ मोहे कृपा धारे, राखो अपनी शरण प्रभ मोहे कृपा धारे, सेवा कछु न जानू नीच मूर्खा रे, सेवा कछु न जानू नीच मूर्खा रे, मान करूं तुझे ऊपर मेरे प्रीतम प्यारे, मेरे प्रीतम प्यारे, मान करूं। हम अवगुण करें असंख नीत, तुम निर्गुण दाता रे, हम अवगुण करें असंख नीत, तुम निर्गुण दाता रे, दासी संगत प्रभु ते आगे एहे कर्म हमारे, दासी संगत प्रभु ते आगे एहे कर्म हमारे, मान करूं तुझ ऊपर मेरे प्रीतम प्यारे, मेरे प्रीतम प्यारे, मान करूं। तुम देवो सब कुछ दया धार, हम अकृत घनारे, तुम देवो सब कुछ दया धार, हम अकृत घनारे, लाग परे तेरे दान स्यों नहीं चित खस मारे, लाग परे तेरे दान स्यों नहीं चित खस मारे, मान करूं तुझे ऊपर मेरे प्रीतम प्यारे, मेरे प्रीतम प्यारे, मान करूं। तुझते बाहर किछ नहीं, भव काटन हारे, तुझते बाहर किछ नहीं, भव काटन हारे, कहो नानक शरण दयाल गुर ले हो मुग्ध उधारे, कहो नानक शरण दयाल गुर ले हो मुग्ध उधारे, मान करूं तुझे ऊपर मेरे प्रीतम प्यारे, मेरे प्रीतम प्यारे, मान करूं।
बानी स्वामी जी महाराज। लगाओ मेरी नैया सतगुरु पार, लगाओ मेरी नैया सतगुरु पार। मैं बही जात जग धार, तुम बिन नाही को कढ़ियार, तुम बिन नाही को कढ़ियार, लगा दो डूबी खेप किनार, लगा दो डूबी खेप किनार। सहेली मत तू मन में हार, सहेली मत तू मन में हार, दिखाऊं जग का वार और पार, दिखाऊं जग का वार और पार। लगाओ मेरी नैया सतगुरु पार, चढ़ाऊं सुरत उल्टी धार, चढ़ाऊं सुरत उल्टी धार, शब्द संग खेय उतारूं पार, शब्द संग खेय उतारूं पार। गुरु को धर ले ये मंझार, गुरु को धर ले ये मंझार, नाम धुन घट में सुन झनकार, नाम धुन घट में सुन झनकार। लगाओ मेरी नैया सतगुरु पार तरंगे उठती बारंबार तरंगे उठती बारंबार भंवर जहाँ पड़ते बहुत अपार भंवर जहाँ पड़ते बहुत अपार मिहिर से पहुँची 10वें द्वार मिहिर से पहुँची 10वें द्वार राधा स्वामी दीन्हा पार उतार राधा स्वामी दीन्हा पार उतार लगाओ मेरी नैया सतगुरु पार मैं बही जात जगधार लगाओ मेरी नैया सतगुरु पार।
राग सूही महला पंजवा। चरण कमल तेरे धोए धोए पीवा मेरे सतगुर दीन दयाला। चरण कमल तेरे धोए धोए पीवा मेरे सतगुर दीन दयाला। सिमर 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 नाम जीवा तन मन होए निहाला। सिमर 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 नाम जीवा तन मन होए निहाला। तन मन होए निहाला। चरण कमल तेरे धोए धोए पीवा मेरे सतगुर दीन दयाला। पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर सतगुर आपे करने हारा। पार ब्रह्म परमेश्वर सतगुर आपे करने हारा। आपे करने हारा। चरण धूल तेरी सेवक मांगे तेरे दर्शन को बलिहारा। चरण धूल तेरी सेवक मांगे तेरे दर्शन को बलिहारा। चरण कमल तेरे धोए धोए पीवा मेरे सतगुर दीन दयाला। मेरे राम राय ज्यों राखे त्यों रहिए। मेरे राम राय ज्यों राखे त्यों रहिए। तुध पावे तां नाम जपाए सुख तेरा देता लहिए। तुध पावे तां नाम जपावे सुख तेरा देता लहिए। चरण कमल तेरे धोए धोए पीवा मेरे सतगुर दीन दयाला। मुकत पुगत जुगत तेरी सेवा जिस तू आप कराए। मुकत पुगत जुगत तेरी सेवा जिस तू आप कराए। जिस तू आप कराए। तहाँ बैकुंठ जहाँ कीर्तन तेरा तू आपे सरधा लाए। तहाँ बैकुंठ जहाँ कीर्तन तेरा तू आपे सरधा लाए। चरण कमल तेरे धोए धोए पीवा मेरे सतगुर दीन दयाला। चरण कमल तेरे धोए धोए पीवा मेरे सतगुर दीन दयाला। कुर्बान जाई उस वेला सुहावी जित तुमरे द्वारे आया। कुर्बान जाई उस वेला सुहावी जित तुमरे द्वारे आया। जित तुमरे द्वारे आया। नानक को प्रभ भय कृपाला सतगुर पूरा पाया। नानक को प्रभ भय कृपाला सतगुर पूरा पाया। चरण कमल तेरे धोए धोए पीवा मेरे सतगुर दीन दयाला। मेरे सतगुर दीन दयाला।
राग मारू बानी संत कबीर जी। राम सिमर पछताएगा मन। राम सिमर पछताएगा। राम सिमर पछताएगा मन राम सिमर पछताएगा। पापी जियरा लोभ करत है, पापी जियरा लोभ करत है, आज काल उठ जाएगा, आज काल उठ जाएगा। राम सिमर पछताएगा मन, राम सिमर पछताएगा। लालच लागे जन्म गवाया, लालच लागे जन्म गवाया, माया भरम भुलाएगा, माया भरम भुलाएगा। राम सिमर पछताएगा मन, राम सिमर पछताएगा। धन जो बन का गर्व ना कीजे, धन जो बन का गर्व ना कीजे, कागद ज्यों गल जाएगा, कागद ज्यों गल जाएगा। राम सिमर पछताएगा मन, राम सिमर पछताएगा। जो जम आए केस गह पटके, जो जम आए केस गह पटके, ता दिन कुछ न बसाएगा, ता दिन किछ न बसाएगा। राम सिमर पछताएगा मन, राम सिमर पछताएगा। सिमरन भजन दया नहीं कीनी, सिमरन भजन दया नहीं कीनी, तो मुख चोटा खाएगा, तो मुख चोटा खाएगा। राम सिमर पछताएगा मन, राम सिमर पछताएगा। धर्म राय जब लेखा मांगे, धर्म राय जब लेखा मांगे, क्या मुख लेके जाएगा, क्या मुख ले जाएगा। राम सिमर पछताएगा मन, राम सिमर पछताएगा। कहत कबीर सुनो रे संतों, कहत कबीर सुनो हो रे संतों साध संगत तर जाएगा, साध संगत तर जाएगा। राम सिमर पछताएगा मन, राम सिमर पछताएगा, राम सिमर पछताएगा।
वाणी संत चरणदास जी। गुरुदेव हमारे आवो जी, गुरुदेव हमारे आवो जी, गुरुदेव हमारे आवो जी, गुरुदेव हमारे आवो जी। बहुत दिनों से लगो माहो, बहुत दिनों से लगो माहो, आनंद मंगल लावो जी, आनंद मंगल लावो जी, गुरुदेव हमारे आवो जी, गुरुदेव हमारे आवो जी। पलकन पंथ बुहारूं तेरो, पलकन पंथ बुहारूं तेरो, नैन परे पग धारो जी, नैन परे पग धारो जी, गुरुदेव हमारे आवो जी, गुरुदेव हमारे आवो जी। बाट तिहारी निस दिन देखूं, बाट तिहारी निस दिन देखूं, हमरी ओर निहारो जी, हमरी ओर निहारो जी, गुरुदेव हमारे आवो जी, गुरुदेव हमारे आवो जी। करूं उछाह बहुत मन से ती, करूं उछाह बहुत मन से ती, आंगन चौक पुराऊं जी, आंगन चौक पुराऊं जी, गुरुदेव हमारे आवो जी, गुरुदेव हमारे आवो जी। करूं आरती तन मन वारूं, करूं आरती तन मन वारूं, बार बार बल जाऊं जी, बार बार बल जाऊं जी, गुरुदेव हमारे आवो जी, गुरुदेव हमारे आवो जी। दे पे कर्मा शीस निवाऊं, दे पे कर्मा शीस निवाऊं। सुन सुन बचन अघाऊं जी, सुन सुन बचन अघाऊं जी। गुरुदेव हमारे आवो जी, गुरुदेव हमारे आवो जी। गुरु सुख देव चरण हूँ दासा, गुरु सुख देव चरण हूँ दासा। दर्शन माही समाऊं जी, दर्शन माही समाऊं जी। गुरुदेव हमारे आवो जी, गुरुदेव हमारे आवो जी। गुरुदेव हमारे आवो जी, गुरुदेव हमारे आवो जी।
कलाम हज़रत सुल्तान बाहू जी। अलिफ अल्लाह चंबे दी बूटी, अलिफ अल्लाह चंबे दी बूटी। मुर्शिद मन विच लाई हूँ, नफी असबात दा पानी मिल उस हर रगे हर जाई हूँ। अंदर बूटी मुश्क मचाया, जां फुल्लां ते आई हूँ। जीवे मुर्शिद कामिल बाहू, जै ए बूटी लाई हूँ। ऐ तन मेरा चश्मा होवे, मुर्शिद वेखना रज्जा हूँ। लूं लूं दे मुड लख लख चश्मा, हिक खोला हिक कज्जा हूँ। इतने डिठया सबर नावे, होर किते वल पज्जाहू मुर्शिद दादी दार है बाहू लख करोड़ा हजाहू कामिल मुर्शिद ऐसा होवे जो तो भी वांगू छट्टे हूँ नाल निगाह दे पाक करे ना सज्जी साबण कत्ते हूँ मैले नू कर देंदा चिट्टा जरा मैल ना रखे हूँ ऐसा मुर्शिद होवे जेड़ा लूं लूं दे विच वसे हूँ बानी शेख फरीद जी श्लोक देख फरीदा जे थिया शक्कर होई विस साईं बाजो हो आपने वेदन कहिए किस बिरहा बिरहा आखिए बिरहा तू सुल्तान फरीदा जित तन बिरहोना उपजे सोतन जान मसान फरीदा मैं जाने आ दुख मुझको दुख सबाए जग उच्चे चढ़ के देखिया ता कर कर हाग रूखी सूखी खाई के ठंडा पानी पियो फरीदा देख पराई चोपड़ी ना तरसाए जियो फरीदा चार गवाया हंड के चार गवाया सम लेखा रब मंगे सिया तू आहूं के रेह कम फरीदा काले मेंढे कपड़े काला मेंढा वेस गुन ही परया मैं फिरा लोक कहें दरवेश फरीदा जो तै मारन मुकिया तिन्हा न मारे कुम आपनड़े कर जाइए पैर तिन्हा दे चुम फरीदा तन सुक्का पिंजर थिया तलियां खूंडे काग अजय सो रब ना बहोड़ियो देख बंदे के पाग कागा करंग टंडोलिया सगला खाया मास ए दोई नैना मत छुओ फिर देखन की आस
Welcome friends to Ishwar Ji's Bhandara. With the grace of Bade Maharaj Huzur Sawan Singh Ji and our beloved Ishwar Ji, we are blessed to have these 2 days to celebrate Ishwar Ji's Bhandara in New Delhi, and for those who are watching on YouTube. We are blessed because we get this opportunity every year to celebrate something which cannot be explained in the material world, which is something very much internal to us, which is something so internal that it comes from our true self. And this is the amazing part of celebrations of Bhandara, that there's an abundance. There's an abundance of something which cannot be quantified. There's abundance of something which cannot be measured with any instrument. There's abundance of something which hits us so hard, which basically blurs away everything which comes from the virtue of your mind. And Ishwar Ji used to explain it explicitly that when he used to celebrate Great Master's Bhandara, there's an abundance of something called grace. Now, grace is something which cannot be explained physically. It cannot be defined with the parameters of any physical instrument or any other definition from your, text or from the mind. Grace is something which someone experiences physically, who is lucky enough to experience this physically. It is something which is so internal to us that we experience, it hits us hard, and the experience is such that we feel that we are consumed in that grace. So if we talk to someone who's, logical enough, someone who obeys the principles of this material world, that person would get confused that how can you celebrate something which is abundance of grace, something which is not material. And as the laws of this world are, that you have to maintain some balance. You have to have a balance in your life. You have to, going to any extreme is bad. So how come we are now, celebrating something which is, first of all, in abundance, and more you get, the more you treasure it, more you value it. How is this possible? If you understand a simple law of economics, that if a person is thirsty, he would pay any price to get a glass of water. And when that person gets 1 glass of water, he will not pay the same price for the next glass of water, right? So the value of water decreases as his or her thirst decreases. However, here we experience something which is abundant, first of all, and we consume that abundance of grace, and we value it more. The more we get, the more we value it. So this is something which is coming beyond your mind, beyond your senses, beyond your physical, from your physical laws. It will have value till what level? Till the level you become yourself, till the level you basically get consumed and lose your the physical awareness, the sensory awareness, and the mental awareness, and you experience that you were always part of that grace. You were always there. You as yourself was the power of that grace from which you got, you basically reached your source. So till the time you don't reach the source, you will value it day by day. And this day, we say, and Ishwar Ji used to explain that Bhandara days are special because, again, there is abundance of grace. And he used to explain it with a cup of attention that, if rainfall is coming and there's a cup, if it's upside down, it will not get filled up. It may gather more dirt, right? If its direction is correct, in the right direction of the rain, then it may get filled up. And even the dirt would come out of it. It will get consumed in that rainfall. Similarly, today, we have that opportunity to get drenched in that grace which is available to us. And how we can get drenched in it? Just by remembering your beloved, just by remembering your guru, just by a remembrance that will get triggered. And not only it will get filled up, not only it will get cleaned, eventually it will dilute itself in grace. Eventually, the end state is you become part of that grace. You yourself emit grace. That is the opportunity which we have today. And this is very rare to experience. This is so rare to experience that Great Master used to say that you can count on your fingers how many masters are like this in the world, and only few of them are there because there are only few followers who value this. So we are so lucky enough to, have this experience today, that we have exercised our free will, we have taken all our physical responsibilities away, and we have, booked our travels to this place, booked our time slots to basically hear this. And, this quality of using your free will to access such kind of grace comes to a seeker. All the value of this grace and blessings on the spiritual part on Bhandara Day are valued not by everyone. They are only valued who are seekers of the truth, who really want an innermost seeking is there in them, that, I do not belong to this place, I do not fit in this place, these ups and downs in my life, the changes in my life are not me. I don't see permanency here. I don't belong here. All the relations I am carrying are transactional. All these circumstances which are surrounded me, I'm engrossed in them are not permanent. These gonna change. So the person who has that seeking, only for that person, this arrangement has been made that that person can seek for the truth and value this grace. It's the seeker seeking which basically triggers everything on the spiritual path. If your seeking is so true that you don't belong here, you always have this constant feeling which triggers you that you do not belong here, because one day, the day, everyone knows, right, that a person borns and he dies. So we in our physical plane, we who are human beings, who have this intellect to, to anticipate that what will happen after that, because there is an entity in us which is always triggering something else also, that you are permanent. There is some entity in us that pushes us that you are going to exist no matter what happens, no matter anything goes away, no matter the mental senses go away, no matter time goes away, you are going to exist. And that trigger basically comes from beyond the mind. That trigger is coming from your true self. So persons who get these triggers and who seek for it, the spiritual path, the apparatus of the spiritual path has been designed only for them. And they would value this every time, any day, any time, and they value these days so much that they get a spiritual, they get a push on their spiritual path. And why do I say that they get a push on the spiritual path on these 2 days? Because we were associated, we all met, we all who have been coming to this hall physically and who are meeting, I guess I see many faces here who have been coming and I know them physically, were associated with a person, a physical person. His name was Ishwar Puri ji, and by mere coincidences, everybody got found by him. And we value his presence, physical presence, so much that we who have met him physically, we value even his 2 minutes so much that even remembering those 2 minutes for us is like he's with us always. And I see no difference in the seeking of seekers who have been coming here. I see always an increase in the seeking of those seekers, and I feel at home when I come here. There's a sense of belonging here, that I am with my friends, I am with my co-travelers, I am with someone, who are always going to be with me. There's a sense of belonging here. And from where that is coming? It is coming because of this man. He met us, he gathered us, he showered something which you don't find easily. He showered his grace, he showered unconditional love, he showered non-judgmental love. He accepted us. He never said that I am judging you because you have done something wrong in the past or in previous lives. He never judged us because he knew that all the judgment, all the conditions are attributes of the mind. All the karmas which we are going through, he saw our severance, our seeking, that we are getting fed up of these karmas, we are getting fed up of the vicious cycle of life, and that we are getting fed up of these transactions, life and death, death and life, sukh and dukh, the duality. We are getting fed up of that duality. So he came into our lives because of our seeking. He pulled us with his love, and that made a great impression on us. That did not made an impression, not only it made an impression on our minds, on our senses, on our eyes. I saw many seekers who used to cry in front of Ishwarji, but on our soul, on our answers to our seeking, which were not being answered by any Google searches, which were not answered by any books, which were not answered by any amount of podcasts. He answered all those questions right there, right then, at that moment itself. So we were associated with him, and not only we were associated then, we are associated with him till the time he does not convert us what he is today. We are associated with him till that moment. I can't say time because it's something which is beyond mind, beyond time. So he had that power of love which pulled us towards him. And every seeker's life cycle, if one can explain, is that he becomes a seeker, then he got found by a perfect living master, like we were found by Ishwarji. They say, Ishwarji used to say, tell us a teaching of Buddha, that when the chela is ready, the guru appears. Not the other way around. You can't find your guru. The guru will find you. The guru will come in your life with some coincidences, some weird, strange coincidences would happen, and you will stumble upon and got found by a guru. So he found us. He then accepted us. He gave that seed of love grew in his heart and was given to us as initiation, and we basically experienced something on 23rd December 2020. We experienced something which normally a seeker experiences, and it's a stepping stone on the spiritual path. That is when your master passes away from the physical plane. That yearning, that virah, that feeling of that, now we cannot meet him physically, that feeling of separation physically which has happened. That feeling of separation is so strong that with that feeling only a seeker progresses on the spiritual path. Because the covers of the mind are diluting, the ego is diluting, then the seeker understands that his or her guru was not only the physically available a physical person, because he or she experiences the grace and blessings every day, even after the guru passes away physically. More yearning comes, the more spiritual progress happens, and the more feeling that he's still around you increases. And this is a big teaching which a seeker, which a disciple, which a disciple of a perfect living master can learn or can experience, is that the physical form was only the means, not the end. The physical apparatus of a perfect living master was the answer to your call of your seeking, that please take me out of this. He came to you just to make your answer that call of your seeking, which was coming from your innermost self, and to basically, in a way, physically teach you, preach you the concepts of spiritual path, the type of meditation. But that type of meditation and everything which he teaches can be found in books, can be found everywhere. He was not only a teacher, he was there to make a connection with you. He was there to make an impression on you. An impression so hard, so intense, that Bulle Shah mentioned in one of his Shabds, that Kamil Murshid eheja hove, loo which vase hu. What does that mean? That a perfect living master, he defines perfect living master, that perfect living master should be a master physically available to you, who meets you, and he has such impressions, he places such impressions in you. Not only he fits a clone inside you, but every roam, every cell of your physical body is impressed with his impressions. This is what a seeker, a disciple would treasure, that he has met, he has been found by a perfect living master whose impressions are engraved in every cell of your body. Not only the third eye center, not only the senses, not on your mind, not only on your karmas he has effect. He has effect on every cell of your body. That is something to treasure. And today we experience the same grace, the treasure of grace, because today was the day when he passed away and he showed his real self to us. That the real guru was not the physical body. The real guru were not the teachings which he was teaching. The real guru was his real self, the Shabd, which he got amalgamated with, which is always there, which was always there, but we were struggling with our mind. We were having a curtain of our mind and we were not able to experience that. He came into our lives just to remove that curtain and show that self to us, that we are part of us. We are small droplets of his real self. And that is the reason why we celebrate Bhandara. That is the reason why we explain physically that the grace is so much that if you meditate today, these 2 days, if you meditate, your spiritual progress will get expedited. Exponential gain will happen. That gain will happen if you are a seeker of the truth. It will happen only when you are a seeker of the truth. Not seeking is our innermost thing which we have. Seeking comes from the soul. But in the domain of the mind, we operate in the domain of the mind. We operate under the senses and the physical plane. We are distracting. Our seeking has been diluted and distracted into focused upon into physical material things, relationships, and a concept of acquisitions of everything. We want to acquire everything around us, and we want to compare everything with everything. If someone is moving ahead in his life, financially, mentally, in relationships, or he has a big house, big car, we start comparing. If you dilute your seeking for these things, then you are basically coming in the game plan of the mind, in the game plan of the Kal, in the game plan of the Maya. You are getting engrossed on those, and you are getting fixated in a vicious circle which will not give you the ultimate bliss and contentment. We feel that acquiring big things, we feel that acquiring all good things, goodies in life would give us happiness. We feel that we can derive ultimate bliss out of it. But the moment we get one thing, the mind triggers one more seeking for getting another upgrade to that thing, or something else gets into our lives and we try to seek that. If we are seeking for these things, then I am sorry, you are watching the wrong video on YouTube and you have come to a wrong place physically. This place here is not about seeking which gets diluted into the physical plane or mental realms, or gaining of material things. Because the more you gain, Ishwarji used to tell a story of a person who studied very hard. I guess he was a colleague of his in Harvard, and he studied hard. He acquired a good bungalow, good house in the US. He had a net worth of $10 million at that moment of time, and good car and good wife and good kids. And then Ishwarji asked him that, are you happy in your life? The person said, no, I am not happy, because my neighbor is not educated, has done all the wrong things, and he has a net worth of 20 million. So his stress and his unhappiness is derived from the happiness of someone else. How can these things get you happiness? The only real happiness comes from your own self. This is what the saints and mystics and Ishwarji and Bade Maharaj used to explain, that the real intoxication, the real taste comes from inside, comes from your own self with which everything has been made. The moment of time you get that taste, all the other tastes are lower. You will feel all the other tastes are so lower, so gross, that you will not even think about them. You're not deriving anything out of them. So mind has a characteristic of moving to a higher taste, right? So the earlier you make that progress as a seeker in learning that the real bliss, the real happiness comes from inside, the better it becomes for your mind to get that higher taste of blissness and the higher taste of happiness. So, so basically, these 2 days we celebrate in a big way. We try to celebrate in a big way, so that we benefit out of these 2 days. And we are so lucky enough that we got found by Ishwarji, because talking about Ishwarji and the way his life has been, in itself, it's a big example for any seeker to get influenced about the spiritual path. He, before even he was born, his mother was pregnant with him, and his mother used to get dreams that her kid is giving discourses. And she was a disciple of Great Master, and she consulted Great Master with this, that, I'm getting these dreams. So Great Master said that, he used to give discourses in his past life, and he is going to give discourses in this new life. So don't worry. So a good soul is coming to you, who has a spiritual bounding with him. So, okay, when he was born, I guess he was born on 26 November 1926, and before the 40 days, his father, Langar Puri ji, convinced the family that he wants to take him to Bade Maharaj ji for the darshan. And Bade Maharaj ji himself saw Ishwar ji as a baby of less than 40 days and named him Ishwar. So his name Ishwar is not being given by any Pandit, or is not being taken from any book, or it's not being given by any parent that Ishwar, we'll name him Ishwar. His name was given by Bade Maharaj ji, that his name is from now Ishwar. That is in itself a core validation that how his life is going to be in the future. And then during his childhood times, he used to hear that weird sound which comes. He used to try to find from where that sound is coming. He was not able to find that sound. But there's some kind of sound used to surround him, and he used to get agitated what kind of sound is coming to him. And during his childhood, he had experiences that, during sleep, he used to experience such lucid dreams that some negative power is jumping on him. So all these things were discussed with Bade Maharaj ji, and Bade Maharaj ji always consoled the parents that he is a special child, and this is something related to his past and would go away. And when he was 9 years old, Bade Maharaj ji picked him up. Bade Maharaj ji used to initiate, then when he used to give initiation, half initiation to the ones who used to get 9 years old. But coincidentally, Bade Maharaj ji, when Ishwar ji was 9 years old, Bade Maharaj ji pulled him and gave him the full initiation. He used to ask, do you need to other kids, he used to ask, do you need the salty initiation or the sweet initiation? But for Ishwar ji, he gave him the full initiation when he was 9 years old. And suddenly, the sound which was coming to him since childhood stopped. And suddenly, his parents were consulted by the neighbors that some kid of the neighbors also got initiated, full initiation when he was 9 years old, and he is a critic now. So Ishwar ji, being 9 years old, was influenced by all these talks, and he thought that I was not given any option to find by myself what is the right way to seek God, or what is the right way for gaining enlightenment. He himself became critic with all these conversations, And he heard something very clearly in the Namdan when Bade Maharaj Ji gave him. Bade Maharaj Ji used to say that this Namdan is not a bondage. This Namdan is not grooming you in any cult. This Namdan is this form of initiation, this form of practice of meditation is not bounded you, is not a religion. And if you find a better thing, you have the free will to take that better thing, practice that, and do let me know also so that I can also practice the same better thing. So he got influenced with this openness of Sant Mat, that he came into his own journey of exploration, that what all other things I can explore. He studied all the religions. He was baptized. He also read the Quran, and he learned the Buddhist techniques. Every religion, every mystic saint saying, he studied diligently. For many years, he was in conflict with few of the teachings which Sant Mat propagated, that, you are a soul, a one soul unit of consciousness, and, with this spiritual path, you are going to get merged in the totality, which is an ocean of souls. And this concept never, he never met means with this concept. He said, today I am something. I have an individuality. I have something of my own. I am a unit. But tomorrow when you say I am going to get merged, I lose my individuality, and the totality doesn't gain anything from my unit. It's a totality. So it's a lose-lose situation. Why would one seek for a lose-lose situation? I don't agree to this. And concepts like these were, too hard for him to accept. And he went a long way in learning all types of yoga and trying different kind of meditations. However, he did not find any good answers also in all those techniques. And Bade Maharaj Ji basically then said to him that, try to, if you are not able to find something else, try to follow these principles at least. And when he followed so sincerely that he answered his own query, that you yourself as a unit are not only a part of that ocean, you are the ocean. The ocean has come as a unit to you. And when you upgrade yourself to that totality, you become totality. So that was the right trigger or the right thing which he learnt. And that pushed him so hard that he tried to meditate. I got to know from his sisters that, he used to meditate 8 hours on a stretch. And he had a lot of difficulty in finding the third eye center, which is the first instruction of the type of meditation which Bade Maharaj used to preach, that you have to find yourself, first situate yourself at the third eye center. And he spent a lot of hours, a lot of years got wasted. And one day he asked Bade Maharaj Ji that how do you situate yourself on the third eye center? And Bade Maharaj Ji explained to him that, you are already at your third eye center. Your attention is diluted down. So to gather that up, just the power of imagination comes from the third eye center. He explained that concept by giving an example that just close your eyes and put your hand above and imagine that you are sitting on your finger. And he was able to do that. And come down just between your ears and jump inside. So this concept of using your power of imagination was a push for him, because now he was able to understand what it means to withdraw your attention. What it means that our attention, which is focused right now, we learn in the material world how to focus our attention, and how you can now withdraw it and then see the different levels of the mind and go beyond it. So that was a stepping stone for him, and he, for us, made it so easy during his retreats that he used to spend one full day on explaining this, and we used to do sample meditation of, how do we use the faculty of imagination on the path, on the type of meditation he used to explain to us. Going forward, he spent a lot of time with Bade Maharaj Ji. He had a long rope, and one concept which again people were of those time never agree, that they say then when there are bad times in your life, you remember the Lord with great intensity. So people back then used to ask for severe times, for bad times, that Guru, please bless us some dukh, some bad times, so that we can, remember you with more intensity. But this concept was again not agreeable to Ishwar Ji. He asked Bade Maharaj Ji for a deal. That Bade Maharaj Ji, because in one of the discourses, Bade Maharaj Ji explained that, there is a marketplace at your Third Eye Center. There is a marketplace where you can trade anything and you can ask for anything, and the Karta Purak, the Lord, would grant you. So, and the exact verse in the Bani is, Kaya Nagar Nagar hai Niko, which Soda har ras kije. That there is a Kaya, inside there is a Kaya Nagar where you can make deals. So he got informed about this discourse, and he went to Bade Maharaj Ji and said, I need a deal that all my sorrows, all my unhappiness, all my bad karmas are yours, and give me all good karmas only, and only happiness. And Bade Maharaj Ji said, if you have faith in what you have said, it will be granted. It's on your faith. And he was so happy then that he got a deal with this so great deal from Great Master. And people around him were again confused that which kind of a disciple this is who's extracting all the goodies, from Bade Maharaj Ji. So that doesn't mean that he never had bad times. He saw partition of India. He had to his whole family had to resettle in India after partition. He failed many times to clear the civil services exam. He lost his son in an accident. His wife had cancer. He had financial stress in the US. But that doesn't mean that his deal was not working. He used to say that bad times would come. Bade Maharaj never said that bad times won't come. But Bade Maharaj Ji gave him the strength to become a warrior to fight against those bad times. Gave him strong gumboots to walk on those thorns. Make the pralabha, the karma light for him, so that he's able to cruise away. The other people would be crying that he is facing so much of heat of burning karmas, but Ishwar Ji never used to feel this. And he could have had a very great life after retirement. He was the chief secretary of one of the states in India, I guess Punjab, and he could have a well-settled life after retirement. But he chose to do seva for his master, because he was given seva from his master, and he had access to his master 24/7. He used to do seva 24/7. I saw him, you have seen him at age of 93, 94. He used to travel like, a young person. I used to feel old then, like how Ishwar Ji are traveling the world and doing seva for his guru. He was so devoted to doing seva for his guru. The only thing mattered for him was his guru bhakti. And this is one lesson which one can learn from his life, how to become a guru bhagat. And this has been a life cycle of his. He had past karmas of a spiritual bounding with him, which got converted into a seeker. Bade Maharaj Ji gave Namdan to him. He became then a critic, a Manmukh versus a Gurumukh. He explored everything. Then in his discipleship, he basically cross-verified everything and understood the core meanings of Sanchmat, of the type of meditation what Great Master used to speak about, valued those, become a Guru Mukh, become a Sevadar, and eventually became an instrument of Bade Maharaj Ji. He used to say that I am just an instrument, I am just doing seva. I am doing it for my benefit. In process, you are also benefiting out of this. And today also, he is approachable. Today also, this is the real Bhandara, that today also he is approachable to us. We as seekers, as disciples who have met Ishwar Ji physically, who have been blessed by Bade Maharaj Ji's initiation from Ishwar Ji, are, I guess, few people in millions, billions who are very lucky to who are walking on the right steps for the objectivity of this valuable human life. That is, that you as a human being can seek and basically cut the domain of life and death, the cycle of life and death, and come out of it. So you disciples, all the seekers who have met him are on the right track, who have received initiation from Ishwar Ji, Great Master's initiation, had few conditions, had few benefits, which he used to explain, that Bade Maharaj Ji got a boon from his master, that whoever Bade Maharaj Ji used to initiate, if the seeker has no other seeking, would never come back. So we have been blessed upon Bade Maharaj Ji's initiation via Ishwar Ji. We are so lucky enough to be in a close group, to be having a personal relationship with our Guru, which is so important, which is so important for the type of meditation which we do, which is so that we can do good quality dhyan in our meditation. We are so lucky enough to get that Bade Maharaj Ji's initiation. Great Master used to so I guess my car parking karma is not good today, and someone has to take away my car parking and find a new parking. Okay, so Bade Maharaj Ji used to explain that there are very few perfect living masters. Always you can count perfect living masters on your hand. They are not more than 8, I guess, at one moment of time. And people used to ask him why there are less masters. So Bade Maharaj Ji used to say that because there are very less seekers for the truth. So people again asked him that how many seekers are there actually. So he gave a raw statistic that in 10 million there is one seeker. In 10 million population, there will be one true seeker. For that one true seeker, if you do the ratios, 8 perfect living masters are sufficient. So then again, more seekers asked him more questions, that why have you then gathered so thousands of people, seekers here, because only in one in 1 million, 10 million will go. Why have you gathered such a big crowd? Why are you professing this satsang? Why are you making people do seva? Why are you building this dera? Only if 1 in 10 million will go to the real home. Why are you doing these exercises? Just take those few people and go. Then Bade Maharaj explained him, those satsangis, that the people who are sitting here have been found out of those 10 million. So those people who are sitting then and who are sitting now were found by perfect living masters out of those 10 million. So we are so lucky enough. What are the odds? Odds are so weak. So if any gambler would try to learn the odds, he would say you will always lose. But the key is the seeking. The seeking, if you have true seeking, you will get found by a perfect living master. Your progress starts from that seeking, thought of seeking, of that notion that you don't belong here. And how that one notion comes in. Recently, I attended many prayer meetings of people. Even my father and mother also passed away during the 2 years. And people used to come to those death prayer meetings. And every death prayer meeting in any religion would talk about soul, would talk about Atma, would talk about Lord, would talk about karmas. And I saw people there only for that moment. They used to get some kind of a insight that, this one day will happen for us also. This one D-day, this one prayer meeting will be arranged for ourselves also. Before coming to that prayer meeting, everybody is happy, having gala time, planning for the weekends, planning a vacation, planning career moves, planning to buy something. During that prayer meeting, they get a hit that, boss, death is the reality. The person who's born will die. What I am doing? And the Kal and Maya are so strong that the moment the death meeting ends, people are again in that gala moment that, our life is again, vacations, having good houses, having cars, having gala life. So they get engrossed again in Kala and Maya. But the people who get hit by this fact that everything here is temporary. Our nails are also temporary. They grow, we cut, they grow, we cut. There is no truth in our body. There is no truth in our thoughts. There is no truth which is going to be constant, always, which will never change in our minds. The only truth can be found if you seek for your real self, which is a unit of consciousness, period. You as consciousness are sitting in an apparatus, powering a mind, having senses, having a working mind which has senses in a body, which is gathering data day by day. You are gathering data more than Google. Every thought is a data point. Every touch is a data point. Everything you see, hear, think, contemplate. You think more, the more thoughts it brings. The more you have a binary tree in your mind that if this happens, this can be done, and all those thoughts are being placed in you. So you yourself are not these jackets. Ishwarji used to say, the present scenario is like, wearing 3 jackets. A physical jacket, a sensory body jacket, a mind is a jacket, and you are powering all those. And this is the real truth of you. If you believe, if you can practice in a way that every day you get an insight that you are not the mind, you are not the senses, you are not the body, you are someone who's using these for a temporary lifetime, then you are making progress on the spiritual path. Then no death will fear you. No angel of death will come to you, because you believe, you have a strong faith that you are controlling all these. You are not controlled by these. You have that spiritual will which your guru has given you, that you are controlling all these layers upon yourself. And all these will change. If you talk about how the vicious cycle of life works, Ishwar, all the saints and mystics have explained that there are 8.4 million, 84 lakh life forms in the Indian scriptures. They have found that there are 8.4 million life forms which one can get. Out of that 8.4, only a human being can realize all these spiritual teachings, can see, can everything. Rest all the forms, you can be a tree, you can be, an insect, you can be an angel, a god, a goddesses, you can be any animal from the animal kingdom. Just imagine if you are a tree, how many years you have spent on a tree, being a tree. Just for an average example, if you take 1 year on an average, you spent 1 year in every life form, you have spent 8.4 million minus 1 years to come in a human life. And if you imagine these lives as steps, you are at the the last step, and after this step, either you can come back to your source, your totality, your true home, where there is blissful state, or you do bad karmas, you don't follow, you again are in the domain of the mind and crumble down, and you don't know where you will fall. The concept of karmas is so strong. In the Bani it says, karmo apni apni ke nede ke dur, which means that your karmas are stick bounded to you, are sticking so hard that you have to pay for them. And it's only in the human life you are given this opportunity that you can do new karma and pay off old. All the other life forms, even the gods and goddesses sitting in the astral plane, don't have this opportunity. They salute the soul which are taken by the PLM. They are eager to being part of you. They are so thirsty of this happening, which has this gift which we have of being a human being, where we can seek, and how the karma theory is built into us. Bade Maharaj used to say that if there are two farmers and the farms are just adjacent to each other, and by fluke one grain comes in air and goes to the neighbor's farmer's farm, that first farmer has to pay for that grain also, which was not his doing. The karmas are so strong, the karma theory is so strong that you never did that karma, but you have to pay because it was your land, your grain, and it went to his, and this settlement has to happen. Karmas are so strong. So Ishwarji used to give examples that Ishwarji used to say, explain Krishna's story, that Krishna and Udo, two friends, are passing by. Krishna was the enlightened one. Everybody knows that in the Indian mythology. And he said, Udo, karma ki gati ki nyari se, if you see this insect, due to the bad karmas, this soul is trapped in an insect's body. This only insect had good karmas, and once was Brahma, Lord Brahma. Good karmas will give you good gifts, good things. Bad karmas are going to give you bad things. They will not cancel out. Doing good will get you trapped in a jail of gold and silver with a silver spoon in the mouth. Doing bad karmas in the virtues of the mind will basically give you hell and bad times in life and in life forms and in karmas. So Ishwar ji also used to explain this vicious cycle moves in a way, tapo raj, rajo narak. You do tap, and I used to hear this story from my grandmother that Guru Nanak ji traveled to the Middle East and they were doing tap. They never had any water, a drop of water was also not there. And he was so touched by the tap those people were doing. And he blessed that place and he said, you are doing tap, you will get Raj. Now if you see Middle East, they are Raj, they are in their kingdoms, they are ruling the world. But any economist would foresee that crude oil, when the crude oil goes down, they are again coming to the low cycle. They are in the virtues of the goodies, and they'll do bad things or karmas, influenced by karmas, and they'll again go to that tap. So this vicious cycle will keep on going. You will do tap, you will get Raj. You will get Raj, you will do, bad things. You will be in the virtues of the mind, commit something which will have a negative effect on your karmas, and you will get into tap mode again. So this vicious cycle is so tight bounded, you can't come out of it. And Ishwar ji used to explain there are 3 types of karmas. How this vicious cycle works, operates, is designed in a very meticulous way. There are 3 types of karmas. One is which you do, which you are doing right now, kareman, which you think and you do, kareman. Even to the extent Ishwar ji said, कर्म करने से नहीं, सोचने से बनते हैं. अगर if you are thinking, you eventually going to commit that karma. That is kareman. You have thought about it, contemplated, and you are doing it. This is kareman. Then there is pralabad. So in the Bani it comes pralabad, pehle bana pache bana sharir. That which means that before you are born, your pralabad, your destiny is fixed. More than 80% of your life is fixed. You don't decide where will you get born. You don't decide which country will you come into, which city you will be getting born, who will be your parents, who will be your siblings. We feel that we find our life partners, but that is also fixed. We feel that we choose the person with whom we marry, but that's also fixed. So 80%, more than 80% is fixed in that pralabad. And from where that pralabad is coming, it's coming from reservoir of, if I would have to use a new terminology, a cloud of karmas, where there is abundant karmas, where there is abundance of karmas. There is no end. There is you can't find the starting and the ending point of those karmas. There are so much of them. So that bulk load is called Sinchit, the cloud version of karmas, from where your paralabad is derived, from where you are getting your sanskars, and your karaman is also derived. So we feel that we decide. Actually, we are just getting derived, we are just getting derivations from those Sinchit and Pralabad and trying to do some decision making. If a person has always had coffee in his Sinchit, or more of the times he had coffee, and today if you ask, as a human being, he's a human being, if you ask, will you have coffee or tea, he will contemplate and say, I will have coffee. This is how your kareman is also fixed. You have no control. You feel that you have control, but you don't have any control. There is a price to pay for your kareman. We think that the free will is free. Actually there is no free will. You have to pay for everything in form of karmas. You exercise your free will, you do good things, you get goodies. You do bad things, you get bad things. So you actually have to pay for every thought. That is the subscription model of life Kal and Maya has built up for you. The more you think, more subscription you have to pay in form of karmas. Now, how a disciple, there is a story which I want to share, how a disciple learns this law. So, during Great Master's time, there was a seeker, a disciple of Great Master by the name Julian Johnson. He was an American disciple. He came to Great Master. He did a lot of seva. He got transformed. He came to build churches in India, I guess. But eventually he got transformed into a satsangi, a great disciple, a great devotee of Great Master. And in his initial days, he used to ask for physical benefits for his friends in the US. And Bade Maharaj used to say, okay, he used to say his friends is not keeping well, he is having some financial problem. Bade Maharaj, please help him, please ask your master to help him. And Bade Maharaj used to say, okay, we'll help him. But eventually, when he learned the things in Sant Mat, when he learned the concepts, he never asked for any goodies then for his friends or for himself, because he understood the fact that these bad and good karmas, this combination of bad and good karmas are making it happen that we get this human being form. And in this human being form, we can basically have the opportunity to seek and to understand this intellectually and move forward in the right direction of seeking. So after then, when he learned this concept, he got full faith, living faith of these concepts. He never asked. Now, I want to share a story during how law of karma works, and how, even disciples who have, who are enlightened never touch those karmas. So during one of the 10 gurus of Sikh, there was a devoted disciple, Pai Bhikhari. And this Pai Bhikhari was so devoted that he was so devoted to his master and to the teachings and to his meditation that he learned how to live in his will. Or in Punjabi, we explain it by the verbiage that पाने विच कितना खुश रहीदा है, या ओदा पाना मीठा कितना लगता है, या how we live in his will, what is his moj is my dharam, how to just follow it with complete dedication and utmost devotion. So anybody used to ask this question to the guru, that how to live in the bhana. So the guru used to point to Bhai Bhikhari. Go to Bhai Bhikhari's house. He will show you, or you will learn from his lifestyle how to live in his bhana. So couple of seekers went to his house, and there was a big marriage set up at his place. Big marriage set up, and they learned that Bhai Bhikhari's son is getting married, and his doli is coming with the bride. So there's a celebration happening. So everyone is happy that we came to Bhai Bhikhari's house in a state of celebration. Let's meet Bhai Bhikhari and learn this concept. They went inside the room, they found Bhai Bhikhari, and Bhai Bhikhari was not celebrating. He was indifferent that the marriage is happening, and he was sewing a kafan. A kafan is a cloth which is sewn if a person dies. So the seekers were hit that the marriage is happening, but Bhai Bhikhari is neutral, is indifferent of the happiness. He is not happy, he is not showing any emotion, but he is just doing diligently, he is sewing the kafan. So the seekers asked him, Bhai Bhikhari, your son is getting married today. Why are you sewing a kafan today? Bhai Bhikhari said, this is the law. You can't change the law. You have to abide the law. This is his moj. It happens to be the moment my son will get married and the bride will come, he will pass away. People are celebrating for his marriage and how the law of karma is written for him. We have to abide that as a law, as his moj, that I am doing now the seva of sewing my son's kafan. This is the law which was so strong on him. He was a disciple of a perfect living master. He had all the access to everything. He could have requested change. He could have made a ardas. No, he never changed the karma. He accepted. He accepted the law. He said, this is how it has to happen. And this is how we have to accept the law which is happening with us and be in his bhana. So as it was, his doli came in and his kid passed away and the kafan was used. And this is how those seekers got touched by the dedication of devotion one had, Bhai Bhikhari had for his master, and the learning that how the karma works, how karma theory works, and not even PLMs or not even disciples who have access to everything would rather grant a change, because they have the real truth. The real truth is you are not the body, you are not the senses, you are not the mind, you are not for your relationships, all relationships are transactional. You are the soul. The karmas are not on the soul. There's a Shabd which in Punjabi, which seekers say, Ghoode rang vich rang deo ji mailiyan saadiyan ruan, which means that the seekers are experiencing that their souls are dirty with dirty karmas of the past and this life. They are requesting, making an ardas to their master that please dye our souls in a darker color so that our dirty karmas are not seen. However, a perfect living master finds you, answers your seeking and explains that the karmas are not on the souls. You are not for karmas. Your reality is not the mind. Your reality is something which is powering the mind. Karmas are just transactions and experience which you have come here. They will happen and they will go away. Those karmas do not affect you once you dissociate, once a perfect living master pulls you with his unconditional love, which is unfiltered. When that perfect master pulls you with that love and gives you a hit of your reality, from then your journey as a devotee has started. From a seeker, you become a devotee, and eventually you become an instrument of that Karta Purak. You become indifferent. Ishwar ji used to say, Sukh dukh samkar jano aur maan apmana. That treat sukh and dukh equally. And if somebody is praising you or somebody is doing ninda or saying bad words, treat that equally. Don't become indifferent. You are not sugar in water, you are honey in water. Sugar dissolves in water, but you are honey. You are in the water and eventually you will be taken back. You will experience that everything here you were powering everything, and everything, all circumstances were a creation, and you are just part in that creation in a way so that you can have that experience. You can experience duality. You can have a joy of roller coaster ride, and once you are fed up, you come out of it. So this is something which is very great which has happened to us, that we were found by a perfect living master. We are found by a perfect living master. We are getting his constant grace. Even he's not physically here, but he's touching us with his love. He's blessing us day by day. They say, why would one celebrate Bhandara only on these 2 days when you can celebrate this kind of Bhandara every day in your life? And that is true. People celebrate every day as a celebration, that we are here as a traveler. Ishwarji used to come from his room and he used to have a stick. He has to have a waist, wallet and a jacket, and he used to say to us, "Am I looking as a traveler?" And we used to say yes. And he used to explain further that we are just a traveler here. We are here, nothing is permanent here. Our real self, our real home is not here. And with his way of walking, with his attitude of traveling, with his attitude of walking in life, also explained that he is just a traveler, just an experiencer, nothing else, and he is going to his permanent home when the time is right for him. And with this teaching, we got blessed with the same. We got those impressions, and we basically feel his presence today also. He's not there, but physically he's not there, but there is a way with which you can, meditate and check where he is and how he's helping you day by day. So I am very happy that all of you have come here physically to celebrate this Bhandara. And because all of you have come here physically to attend these 2 days, we also celebrate Bhandara of food. We take this so seriously that we celebrate Bhandara not spiritually or not by sharing teachings of Ishwarji and Bade Maharaj, but physically as well, with a notion of feeding our body with abundance of good food. So Ishwarji, when he was alive, on Bhandara days or on any event, used to bless food with great master's blessing. He used to bless food, and we used to take that food as Prashad. Now, all of us know that Bade Maharaj Ji is not there, Ishwarji is not there. But I see everyone sitting here physically being influenced by Ishwarji in some way. And many of you are seekers, many of you are disciples of Bade Maharaj Ji's initiation. And I see Ishwarji in you. So what my feeling is that any seeker who comes here with pure heart, with love for his Guru, and consumes that food, that becomes Prashad. So I am very happy that all of you have come here, and all of you have that seeking in you. And with that seeking, with every drop of seeking, there is a pool of seekers sitting here. And wherever there are seekers of the truth, the perfect living master has to be there. So there's a concept of Sangat mein Rangat. So you get influenced or induced by like-minded people. So we have a lot of people here physically who are here, who are like-minded, and I am very happy that all of you, including me, can, again experience that Prashad and Prashadi, what Ishwarji used to bless. And I guess we'll have a break now, get our blessed food, and come back again in the afternoon for the second session. Thank you all for the online Sangat. Thank you for bearing with my poor vocabulary and not great communication skills. Thank you for giving this opportunity. For me, this is seva. I am not, capable of doing anything. This is just Ishwarji's in just Ishwarji's doing, and I'm just doing seva for my master, and it's just seva for me. If I have said anything wrong, I am sorry, and have a great Bhandara. The one thing I would like before we disperse for lunch is make the most of it. Make the most of it in a way, not just having conversation with seekers who have come here, not just hearing discourses. Make the most of it by meditating, by remembering your Guru. And how do you have to remember your Guru? With the way you got that touch of love when you saw him for the first time. Remember that first glance your Guru gave. What happened to you with that feeling of seeking, which converted into devotion? Meditate, remember your Guru with that feeling. Remember the meetings you had with your Guru. Remember the initiation day you were blessed upon initiation, all those conversations you had with your Guru. Remember that. And we are so lucky that we were found by a master who was so close to us, who used to live with us for the days he used to come here. We used to do car seva, we used to do food seva with him. He used to give prashad. I remember in 2016, we had a sevadar meeting. Ishwarji gave prashad with his hand to the seekers. So we are so close to our master. He has come in this hall so many times. Every seeker who used to come to Ishwarji, he made sure he gave him a personal meeting. And there was a reason for it. The reason was that Bade Maharaj explained that proper dhyan can be done only when you had a proper meeting with your Guru. Okay, and this cha pini honi chahiye naal. And Ishwarji made sure that every seeker who came to him, or every seeker who was found by him, was at least given one personal meeting, one initiation meeting. And couple of us did seva, have personal conversations with him. He knew us by our names, and many of us emailed him. I know a seeker who made email as a chat room. She used to email Ishwarji like you message Ishwarji on WhatsApp. Many of us had Zoom meetings, WhatsApp messages from him. He used to give great masters great blessings with every message. And I personally have felt whenever an email from Ishwarji used to come and that line used to be written, great masters blessing you with great masters blessing with love, Ishwar Puri. Some kind of coincidence would happen and something would go in the right way. Some hit inside would happen. So we don't know or actually what we have. Our Guru, any PLM, not only Ishwarji, any PLM who works, he works with love, he works with compassion. When he accepts you, they burn off all sinchit. There is no sinchit karma for you. That's getting burnt right away. When your sinchit are burnt, you feel that when you get initiated, you feel that something from your mind has gone off. Some heavy weight was sitting behind and that is paid off. Sinchit burnt. What you have left with Pralabad, he lightens that. He gives you grace and blessings to lighten that Pralabad. And for Kareman, he gives the technique of meditation, that do this meditation with love and devotion to lighten off, rub off your Kareman also. This is the hack how you can get out of this vicious circle. So make the most of it. Not only clean your vessel. There should not be a vessel only. Your Varatha, we have such a powerful Guru with us who's only here to give goodies. Take the most of it. There's a seeker, there was first initiate of Ishwarji, who Ishwarji has explained in his discourses also. I am also repeating the same. She used to, after initiation, she used to meet Ishwarji. And there's a thing with perfect living masters. They can they can see all your karmas. You are more naked than yourself in front of a PLM. They know you in and out. You would not be knowing about yourself. They would be knowing about you. So they can read your Antishkaran, which is nothing. If they can learn your karmas, which are coming from the causal plane, they can burn those. So they can even read your current thought. So PLMs can read Antishkaran. That's a known fact. So this lady used to meet Ishwarji and used to say, RF, give me RF. So she's thinking about RF. Ishwarji, give me RF. And Ishwarji asked her, what is this RF? Meaning she never spoke RF, but Ishwarji is asking her, what is this RF you are asking? So then in US they have a tendency to abbreviate everything, have short forms. So she said that RF means radiant form. Please bless me with radiant form. So Ishwarji said, okay. So after getting RF, then she used to come to Ishwarji while giving Prashad. She used to say, give me more. And Ishwarji used to give more. So this is what I am trying to explaining here. The same Ishwar is in you. The same Guru is embedded not only in your third eye center, but each cell of you. Ask for more, he will give you more. Ask for seva, he will give you seva. Ask for love, he will give you love. Ask for devotion. Ask for, giving strength to tackle your karmas, he will give you. The path is simple. Bulle Shah used to say, Rabda ki paana, etho putna, ethe lana. So you just have to ask inside with full intensity and devotion, and he will give. You ask for, you do seva, you do meditation, one step, he will come more than 10 steps to you. He can pull you in and out today also, because he was not only a physical human being. He was a physical human being. He came to you because you asked for it. He came to you, a provision was made, but he had awareness of the totality of your real self, of your karmas. He made all exceptions so that the angel of death, Kal, Maya stay away, and there a path is set for you. According to your karmas, according to your pralabdha, a path is set for you. So I'll end this session with the saying of Great Master that the spiritual path starts from a PLM, in the middle there is PLM, and the end there is PLM. Without PLM, nothing can happen. With your mind, you can't go beyond your mind. You need someone who comes above the mind, who carries that wealth of love and is here to shower. So get drenched, make the most of it over these 2 days, and carry on the same momentum day by day, so that when we meet next time on Great Masters Bhandara, you are on a curve of a high curve of spiritual progression on your path. Thank you for listening to me for 1.5 hours. And thank you for coming. For the online Sangat, we'll have the second session in the afternoon. And thank you.